making today chocolate flan cake. This is so delicious and so simple, and I'm very excited to show you how to make it. All right, let's get started. So the first thing that you're gonna do is you're just gonna take a regular chocolate cake mix and you're gonna just put it in your bowl. Now, I'm not gonna use my KitchenAid today. It's just as easy for me to just whisk it by hand. Sometimes I just think it's easier to do it that way. This is one of those cases. I'm also gonna take a half a cup of canola, 1 1/4 cups of sangria, non-alcoholic. I suppose there's those of you out there that probably would want to do the alcoholic version, but we do the non-alcoholic. And this is in substitution for the water that we put in here. This gives it a nice rich flavor. Whew. Okay, so a full cup right in there into the batter, and then 1/4. So it's almost the whole bottle. And I'll just drink the rest of that. 3 eggs. And like I said, this is the cake part of this dessert. And I'm just gonna whisk this up by hand really quick. Okay, I have, excuse me, I have some chocolate pudding, and this is just a 4-ounce pack. It's like 3.9 ounce. And I'm going to add that right to my batter and just whisk that in. And once I get that all whisked together, I'm gonna set that aside and move to the next step. Okay, the next step is our custard, and we're just gonna put that together in our blender. And look, Farron's here to help me. Farron, can you go ahead and scoop that into the blender? That is an 8-ounce package of cream cheese that is softened to room temperature. Okay, Farron, and then can you scrape that? And then I have a can. It's the 14-ounce can of condensed milk. Go ahead and put that in there too. And you can scrape it with your spoon. Good job. You guys haven't seen Farron for a while. He's probably gotten a lot bigger since the last time you saw him. Do you want to tell him how old you are now?
9.
He's 9 now. He's grown up. All right. Freddie, do you want to come in? But maybe your mom wants to see you on video. You want to come in?
No.
Okay, Freddie's a little shy. Freddie's Farron's best friend. Okay, Farron, that is really good.
Can I have the rest?
Can you have the rest? Yeah, you can have the rest. We're gonna put a half a cup of whipping cream. And I'm gonna do 5 eggs. Actually, before I do the eggs, I'm gonna do a can of evaporated milk. Ooh, get a little crazy there. 5 eggs and a little bit of vanilla. So I'll crack the eggs right in there, put the vanilla in. I just did a capful. And then excuse me. Everybody's here right now. It's the evening, so everybody's home. And they're all standing right there. Why don't you swing around and get them? Okay, once we do that, we're gonna blend this all together until it's mixed. Okay, so the next step, you're gonna wanna generously grease, okay? Make sure you generously grease, because the last thing you want is for this delicious dessert to stick to your pan. And what I'm doing, which is a little bit different, and you can decide how you want to do it. I've got kids wrestling over here. I have actually a little bit smaller bundt pan, and so normally you'd want to use like a 12-cup bundt pan if you want the whole entire thing to be made in one cake. But I'm actually going to divide it up between this and my jumbo muffin pan, so this will actually make my cake and my jumbo muffin pan full. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to really quickly, generously grease this. Okay, so I generously greased those. Holy cow, I cannot get this open. Okay, I have some caramel sauce. Seriously, there are so many different kinds out there you can get. I honestly just went through and was like, whichever one's the cheapest, and I grabbed it. So today it was actually the Hershey's, but they have the Smuckers. They have several varieties that are in the Latin section, but this is what I got. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take a little bit of it and I'm going to pour it on the bottom so that it's coating the bottom of my muffin pan. I do. Okay, so after I get the bottoms coated, this is really quite the science magic trick. I can't even tell you, like I was in awe when I figured this out the first time. Okay, the same thing now I'm gonna do to the bottom. I'm basically just gonna pour the rest right in to the bottom of my pan. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start off with my muffin. I'm telling you, everybody is here today. I'm gonna start off with my jumbo muffins. Cecily probably got a lot taller since you saw her last. She's catching up with me. And I'm just gonna do a few scoops into each one, 2 spoonfuls. And then the rest of it, I'm gonna just pour right in here into my bundt pan. The magic is actually with the custard, because the custard, by some magic, the custard actually goes on the top of the cake mix, but then it sinks down to the bottom, so that when it's actually finished, the custard's on the bottom, which when you flip it over is actually the top, if that makes sense. So yeah, let me just finish putting that together. Okay, and then finally, I'm gonna take the custard and I'm gonna pour that right over the top of these, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. Ooh, got a little crazy there. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here with the cake. I was gonna tell you, okay, today's like a total bun day. I know you noticed my hair looking so fabulous, but you know, all of us moms, we just have those days where seriously, all we can do is just get a bun in our hair. And today's one of those days, and I just felt like I can't put off making a cooking video any longer to look glamorous for all of you, so just take me as I am.
Does that have egg in it?
Yes, it does.
Can I have some?
All right, and then I'm just gonna pour it right over the top of my cake. And I tell you, it's like a total magic trick what happens here. And then I'm going to seal this very tightly, this is the key word, with foil. So be as generous as you need to be with the foil, because it needs to be put on there nice and tight. I have some seriously hyper kids today. Okay, so what I have here is I have 2 different pans, just whatever was gonna fit with my dishes, and they have water in them, because the whole object of this is we're gonna stick it inside of the water. So I'm gonna take this one first, and it's already in here, so I'm just gonna sit it right into the water. Oops, I got a little too much water in there, but that's okay, it'll steam away. And then we can, okay, and then I'm just gonna put the other one right in here too. And my oven is set at 350. Don't pardon the water, it'll be fine, it'll just make more steam. So my oven's at 350, and the cake is gonna go for about 1.5 hours, and the little individual servings are gonna go for about 1 hour, and when we get to that point, I'll show you. Okay, these are ready, they're out of the oven. I just wanna clarify, it was 350 degrees, just in case you didn't get that, for 1 hour for the smaller portions, hour 15 to hour 30 for the larger. So all I did is I decorated the plate up with some chocolate, and I did some fresh whipped cream, and I crushed up some candy cane and put it over the top. Really simple. For all the ingredients for this, you can go to marriedtoamexican.com, and there'll be a list there of all the ingredients that you'll need for this. And I hope to see you soon. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Stirring it. You put everything in and make it.
What else?
You need some of this.
What is it you're making?
Get a cup of this. Some cupcakes.
So how is it, Buns?
Good.
Do you give it a thumbs up? Thumbs up? Whoa, 2 thumbs up?